they have said very clearly, people will die because of this ban. Women and children and men will die because they will not be reached.
The Taliban's recent move to ban women from working in non-governmental organizations in Afghanistan will lead to crises and death. That's the sentiment among those in the sector who are now pulling out of the country.
They've pointed out that they actually cannot do their work without their women employees. If your workforce, if you lose 30 or 40% of your workforce, you cannot deliver life-saving assistance.
Canadian Women for Women in Afghanistan was founded during the previous Taliban regime in the 90s. They work to empower women through education and are still delivering programs there. Important, as on December 20th, the Taliban banned women and girls from attending middle school, high school, and university. A few days later, they announced the ban on women in NGOs. Oates says she's heard girls are being pulled out of primary schooling as well.
That hasn't been officially announced, but women have been getting sent home from schools and girls turned away from schools. So it's beginning to look like the education ban is now across the board, affecting primary, secondary, and tertiary education. So there will be no women and girls in schools of any kind shortly.
Her organization is international and able to continue, but she says the ban on NGOs in general will devastate many aspects of life there. Women are already banned in many other sectors and were only allowed to work at NGOs under strict rules.
Women relied on the NGO sector as a source of livelihood. So that's really devastating, not only to your sense of dignity and your sense of purpose in life of not being allowed to work, but just simply economically too.
Oates says the Taliban is exposing themselves with so much being banned at once, which is better than them working under the radar. A response like the one in Iran is beginning, with hashtag ban the Taliban raising awareness among other protests.
Afghans at great risk to themselves are speaking out and resisting this and saying, we don't want to live this way. So they will continue to face resistance, and that will be a threat to their regime. And I am absolutely convinced that the Taliban regime will not last. It will not survive. What I don't know is how long that will take.
In Calgary, Taylor Braat, City News.